Hey there! So today for episode 103 we're going to cover colour grading. Now I'm going to have a little bit of help from my son who is just behind me in a second. He's going to help me with this.
Hi, I'm Nicholas.
Okay, right, so Nick is going to help me, and today, as I said, we're talking about colour grading. Oh, he's so excited to be in.
Colour grading.
But that's what we're going to explain. So colour grading is a way of improving your videos to either fix up lighting problems or to improve the colour if it's looking washed out, and sometimes to give it a cinematic effect. The way that this works is you take your highlights and your shadows and you basically assign a colour temperature to them, and depending on how you set them up, then you get different looks. So the way this works is if you look at human skin colours, the tones, and this is where I'm going to use my son Nicholas here. He's so excited to be in the vlog. So the way that this works is if I take his skin colour and my skin colour, we're actually a different colour to each other. But if we look on the colour wheel, we're actually in the same area of the wheel. And this is also true for people with darker skin tones. The various browns and other colours that you see in the human skin, they all sit in a very, very small wedge of the colour wheel. Now, the way that you make things pop out is you use a colour that is on the opposite side of the colour wheel. If we push up all of the colours in the highlights to the orange area, then all of the shadows should go into the sort of teal area.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you know about colour wheels?
I don't even know.
So, this is where teal and orange comes from, and so this part of the video now we're going to colour it teal and orange so you can see it, and yeah, you'll recognise it. There's a lot of vloggers use this. There's also presets in video software such as Final Cut Pro that will deal with this. So the way that I normally do colour grading is I keep it natural. Rather than going for a specific stylised look, then I just basically try to keep things neutral and try to improve the saturation and exposure and everything else. So yeah, that's basically what I do in this one. And the way that I do it, if you look at when I open up Final Cut Pro, if I use Command 7, I can get to the Luma screen. I can adjust the exposure so the highlights are at the 100% mark and the lowlights are at the 0 mark. And then when it comes to the actual color parade as well, I adjust to make sure that everything is equal across the board, and that gives a nice neutral look. The last thing I then do is I push up the saturation by about 11%, 10 or 11%, and that just gives it a little bit more pop on the colours. But that's literally how I do my colour grading. It's very, very simple, and as long as I don't film many segments, then it's a pretty quick thing to do. If I do a vlog in one take, then I just do the entire file all in one go. Having said that, if I've got multiple components to it and there's B-roll and other footage, then obviously I have to do this for each individual portion. So that's it for today. If you like these types of videos, please give them a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please consider subscribing, and thanks for following. Bye.
I'm gonna sing a song. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Boo! Hello, my name is Nicholas, and I don't know what did I just say? Hi, I'm Nicholas.
No, without being silly.
Hi, I'm Nicholas.
Okay, now without me talking.
Now, what are you doing?
No. So color grading is a method for changing your vlog videos to make them look different, whether it be to improve the colors or
Yes.
professional, or to fix imperfections in lighting and stuff like this. So the way that it works is you basically take the various highlights, lowlights in the middle, and you one of the popular looks that a lot of people use is called teal and orange. Now, the way that this works is if I take my son Nicholas here, he has a different skin. Oh, really? Is that the Roomba? Can you go shut off the Roomba, please?